competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing the opposition, and all that lane switching. This is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Come on, man. Let's go. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain. Second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, that's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 133. Check 24. Hey. Check safety. Hey, exit. My 52, my 52. Hey, deep. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
180. Come to my world.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Third and long for Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 2-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson back into his end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good pickup there, a 22. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
in your face.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to look for Beckham. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A first throw for the backup Griffin. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give him 25 yards on the play there. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Able to push his way through. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Good. 180. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hurry, hurry.
Here's Clement. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. I'm going to have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson being chased out left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away. for a gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Complete to Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. 55, come on. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the basket.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Mike 52, Mike 52. I'm coming.
Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
13 yards on the play.
I got you. Back to the mic.
First down, Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 more yards. That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 27.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27.
Where's 52? What?
Mayfield to throw it. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And the Ravens first down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Not today, you are. Not today.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of us.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. Mayfield now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch out. Point it right. Point it right. Point it right.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Alert, 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 alert! Smooth! Mike 20, Mike 20. Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 42. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Gets it off to Freeman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains.
1st down, Ravens.
Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Freeman trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson looking long for Westbrook. That's caught inside the 20. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. It's a give to Freeman running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. This complete to Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Running right, this is Freeman. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown of the new season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
all on my wrist, AOB, just all off of getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist. Car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I done got fears and problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down the finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own